Okay, welcome back. So, took a little hiatus from the game for a bit just so I could play some more Oblivion Remastered. Still loving the game. The same as I did when it first came out. Doom released a new trailer on the Cosmic Reveal, or the Cosmic Realm Reveal. So, this next Doom coming out is going to be absolutely batshit crazy. Well, I really think they're going all in on this. So I'm excited. Can't wait to see that when it's full glory when it happens. But this is a continuation episode from the other day. We had a little bit of a rainstorm out here and killed my connection. So I ended up just kind of back here where the circular arena is at. And that's when the connection was lost. So we just kind of lost a little bit of footage from that battle in particular, which really wasn't that difficult anyway. Just a couple pinkies and cacodemons and a pain elemental here and there. Picked up the Slayer token, a Slayer's crystal, and the one of the codex thingies. So suit wise, we can go ahead and go for dash refill on glory kills. And then for this, we can go ahead and reveal all the positions and everything. And that's about as far as I'll take that one. As for our mastery token, we can go ahead and master things that I know that we're just going to sit here and not even want to pay attention to at all. So for me, it's going to be the mobile turret. Because I really don't care to do those challenges anymore. Okay. And we're good to go. Pure Argent energy. Pretty cool. And I don't really, like I said before in the last one, I don't like doing the item reveal one because it just kind of makes it to where the question marks disappear and it shows you what's available on the level, and then I like lose track of what I'm doing sometimes. So I don't know. Just it's a mind game. The auto map thingy is fine. I mean, we find those things regardless if we just kind of just look around. Now, this secret I actually have a high possibility of missing every single time I do this because it's really not that easy to pull off. So we'll try. Yeah, I missed it. So I'll have to wait for the fast travel to get that. Literally, quite potentially, the most badass part in all of Doom Eternal. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna bypass this one. Because I think we can get demon kills on this pretty much more easily than, I guess, the microwave beam, which sucks, but it's okay. Destroyer Blade. I forget what that one does.
want to try out your weapon first before we leave?
Hate when that happens. This is definitely one that I don't ever pick up ever again after the first run because it's just so annoying to deal with. It's like, why? And it's such a cool one too. It's like, please. You don't have to be like that. See, this was a really interesting one right here. I was like, how the fuck do you get back down there though, like after the fast travel? You literally just jump. Okay. Well, from here on out, the UI is going to stay at demons because I think that's the best color coordination. It looks like I think we go to Necroval next, and Necroval is a part 1 and a part 2 to it as levels are concerned. Let me confirm. Yeah. So Necroval 1 and Necroval 2. Ugh, excuse me. I think I can do Uh, I'll probably just do Necroball 1, just because I don't want this video to be too short. And for the Slayer, since we're appropriately going to Hell, I think Hellforged? Yeah, that looks pretty badass for this type of environment we're heading to. I think for all the guns, we'll just do like one set of default, just to show like the default versions of the weapon. And kind of like what their color scheme was and thought process. Pretty bland and annoying, but
Urdak is the Maker's homeworld. It is not accessible to anyone. No human or sentinel has ever set foot in their dimension. You can use the Maker's origin factory in the Hell City of Necroball to pass through the Void. Once there, you will not be able to leave on your own. But Vega can create an exit portal for you. That is why you must bring Vega through the Void with you to Urdak.
Understood. I'm detaching myself from the ship's systems. Processing. Total transfer to external drive complete.
Vega is no longer connected to your ship. I will reconfigure the portal to Necroball for you. Do you require anything else before we begin our journey to Urdak? You will not be able to return until the mission is complete.
Attention! This is an emergency broadcast from the Ark Resistance. Numerous reports from survivor cells across the globe are confirming that at some time within the last 24 hours, the demonic invaders have begun amassing in swarms near Gore nests. Ark scientists have theorized that this behavior is indicative of the arrival of a super predator, a world eater. Ark personnel advise all survivors remain in the safe zones.
color scheme's like just kind of bland, right? Weapons are cool though on their own. But the life that they give the painting and all that kind of stuff for it's pretty dope. Never really looked at these guys. The Loki hats and everything. Final time you can go down to the prison and do whatever you need to do in there. A couple of secrets opened up here. Shoot this little thing right this way. See, it's kind of really hard to see. And like you said, this is literally the final chance to kind of get all of the upgrades and stuff. So if you spent a lot of time doing the the challenges and rerunning the levels just for that reason alone, then you can go ahead and get it all. You can complete the entire codex building and all that kind of stuff. I saved this stuff for the very ending of the game, though, because honestly, I've already done it before, so it's not going to be anything for me. It's a lot of the cosmetics and a couple of secrets that are left over, but we got exactly what we needed. You know, we got all the Slayer tokens, all the crystals, all of the weapon upgrades, so there's really nothing else to do until the very ending of the game. And then, if you want to, we can go to Riptorium and kind of just blast some shit in the air. Try to cap off some other challenges that you can do for yourself or whatever. But honestly, for me, I don't need to do that. Because I already know. He's wasting our time. But Dr. Hayden gave us our point of no return, so there you go. Make sure you hit that, otherwise you lose that forever. One more time.
Attention, this is an emergency.
Off to Necroval we go.
Argent energy is made from the souls of Hell's victims. This is the factory where that takes place. Necroval, the city of the damned. The humans arrive from Earth, waiting to be selected for the process.
Now, typically I would probably suggest to save the sword for that Baron of Hell that's down here, because he can be a real big problem when it comes to the Ultra Nightmare run. Because what happens is that you get the quadruple damage boost power up top, so you can deal with the Cyber Demon real easily with that. Just freeze it and then just kind of use that, rocket it to death, and you're good to go. But this Baron of Hell right here can end your run real quick, because he's just such a bastard to deal with in tight spaces. And then you saw you only have 2 zombies and 1 imp to deal with, so if you're struggling there, that's definitely a method that I would suggest.
The Khan Maker needs Earth and its souls. Her world is dying. The culling allows her people to replenish their resources and survive. As you save your world, you put hers in peril. Up ahead is Kalabas, the sightless judge. It determines who's fit to begin the soul extraction process. The rest will be discarded to the blood swamps.
Oh, this part fucking sucks in Nightmare. There's this part. I'm probably not even going to do that good. I had to practice this place alone so many different times. Holy shit. I'm already fucking it up.
Riley Smith plays it in front. Momentum's going one way. Barbashev goes right in front of the goaltender after it hits Middleton's leg. Oh, that's a tough one for Middleton. He couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Then it goes off his leg. Waugh drives hard to the net. He uses his skate. It comes right over to Barbashev, who is right on the doorstep and bangs it home. What a sequence of events that leads to that offensive zone face-off and a chance for Minnesota to get it out. In a game in which Minnesota played terrific hockey, they bounced back.
Ooh, let's see here. Kill 5 pinkies. 15 pinkies, I think. Like, honestly, what's the most annoying one to deal with next? Probably Destroyer Blade. Let's see. I hardly use any of these other power-ups after a while, so to me, it's not like really losing anything. I just had this weird feeling that was about to happen.
Humans must be tortured, The flesh tenderized. Once enough pain has been inflicted and the spirit broken, the soul is ready for the extraction process.
And that's about the easiest way I could put that one. And get ready for one of the more tougher sections of the game here, I think. Oh. You lost. There's no better time than to use that right there, because if you don't, you'll get locked behind the door, and that sucks to lose that, right? Okay. Super high possibility I might miss this challenge. I'll try not to, but you have to perform a left-sided glory kill on a Doom Hunter, and given the way that I kind of kill them now, I do it a little too fast, so I'll actually have to take my time, get them in stagger mode, and then attack, I think, their chainsaw sidearm, if I'm correct. There's 2 of them here, so you can try to do it. Honestly, I don't really care that much if I miss it or not, because it's just for a Sentinel battery, and I already have the challenge completed anyway on a different profile, so who cares? But if we get it, we get it. If not, then it's going to be one that I kind of miss. So it's okay, though. Oh, yeah, that's a super annoying one. Or just unlock that thing. Call it a day. Go. So we got everything but remote detonate, heat blast, micro missiles, and sticky bombs all upgraded. So I think I need to do at least one of the challenges by manual hand. Other than that, then the rest I have bypass tokens. So we're still doing decently fine. For the suit, I'll just go ahead and get the reveal. And I'll leave it at that. Yeah. And then this is just ready, set, go. Almost a kind of impossible task to pull off when you're under pressure from a Ultra Nightmare run, but been down the road too many times to know what to do, so I'm glad that worked out.
Once the spirit is broken and enough pain has been inflicted, only when the human has lost all hope will it be transferred to the soul extraction chamber.
Very nice. Oh, okay. So finishing off that, Terrace Nabat is over. Necroval Part 1 is over. And then we got Necroval 2, Urdak, and Final Sin to go. So still a lot of campaign left. Not a lot to do in those levels though, because they're huge combat checks and a lot of them are pretty fun. Urdak has a final boss type situation in that one for that world, and then Final Sin is actually the final boss. So still a couple boss fights to go, so pretty good entertainment, some challenges to remain. Some of the other challenges are kind of useless at this point. Like if you've done everything that you could up to this point in the game, you pretty much have everything unlocked. The only things that you're missing are combat checks for like the combat keys and all that kind of stuff in order to unlock your weapon upgrades and all sorts of shit. But other than that, you know, that's just playing through the game, so who cares, right? And you get, if you don't do any of like the Slayer gate thingies or whatever, then yeah. So the only thing that I really messed up on though was when you're at the station and he tells you you're pretty much your point of no return. If you don't go get the Unmaker, which is the weapon that you get for doing all 6 of the Slayer gates, and you don't unlock it, you won't be able to unlock that weapon until after the game. So that was kind of my mistake. I went a little too fast without realizing it, and it's something that I'm not really practicing because I don't grab that weapon anymore. I did at the very beginning of Doom because I was like, I wanted to do everything the game had to offer. So yeah. Honestly, I don't even know how to get back into the ship unless I like did a level and just kind of did it all over again. So that's not really something I'm looking forward to doing right now. So we're just gonna leave it and just say like, oh well, we you know, I should have showcased the Unmaker, but honestly, I was never going to use the Unmaker to begin with because it's a fun weapon when you turn on infinite ammo, but that's about it. You're not really missing anything else out. So just remember that you have those 6 Slayer keys, and then just go down to that mid portion, grab the Unmaker, and then you'll unlock that little achievement if I think one comes with it. So yeah, not a big deal though. I have April 26th right now. I will assume that I will probably return to Doom Necroval Part 2 and Urdak. I want to say April 30th. I think 4 more days. So 4 more days, come back to Doom, do those 2 levels, and then beginning in May, so I got wife's birthday first, I got to deal with that, and then after that, we will do Final Sin probably May 2nd or 3rd. Complete all of the master levels, probably on Ultra Violence. Don't really want to do Nightmare on those right now because I need to practice again and I need to see what they are. I can only remember Cultist Base and like Super Gore Nest. That's the only 2 that I really remember because I like those ones the most. Art Complex is okay. It's not really like the best master level, but it's fine. And then Mars Core and Terrace Nabat will be completely new for me, so I can't wait to see how those are. But yeah, so like I said, that's going to be the plan going forward. Master levels are going to definitely be following suit. And I kind of want to tie up, Doom Eternal probably by May 10th. So then it gives me 5 days to kind of just chill back, detox a little bit, and then get right into Doom the Dark Ages, you know what I mean? And then we're just going to go in and rock some shit. So yeah, a lot of exciting times coming in, but I think giving this game about a 4-day break is kind of necessary because I'm blowing through it really fast. Faster than kind of anticipated, to be honest, because I'm just going. Oh yeah, and DLCs, fuck. Never mind. So yeah, but I went straight to the master levels without ever realizing we still have DLC to do. DLC wise, you know what? I might have to sprinkle those in May. Yeah, because if I'm gonna get this done properly, it's just so hard to balance everything out right now. I'll have to figure out my days. But anyway, that's the long-term plan going forward. So I think it might be a 2-day break then. It might be a 2-day break. Come back on the 28th, and then do Necroval, Urdak, Final Sin probably before 30th. Finish the main campaign, do the DLCs, and then start worrying about the master levels. Because I think master levels are kind of good on like their own little parts by themselves. I don't really need a bunch of those together like the story campaign. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Because Dune: The Dark Ages is right around the corner, and I can't wait. About 2 more weeks until then. So thanks for watching, and we will continue with more Dune later.